All right, here's the old style sharpfinger with the last piece of wenge wood that I had, and I'm fixing to hand sand it now. And you know, I might get to making a sheath for this today, or maybe tomorrow. Good Lord, sorry, had to sneeze. So yeah, I like it. I like it. I'm not gonna, yeah, I'm gonna buff the wood, but I won't buff the metal. And I put a new router bit in, and you can see where that router bit, jeez, good Lord, why am I sneezing? Whew. Might be this wood here. God. You can see with the router bit, I had raised up a little high. So I won't be doing that again. Probably ruin the router bit. Okay, let me go. You know, I said I was going to ask $185 for this, but I think I'm going to ask $165 and $10 shipping, because that's what it cost me to ship it. Because I didn't spend anything on the handles, and this is my last one of that particular style. I think I showed you yesterday what the new style is going to look like. So yeah, $165, and you pay shipping, and shipping is like $10. So all right, let me get this sanded up, and I'll buff that handle out, and the satin finish will look a lot better than that, because right now it's got a lot of stuff in it, but when I wax that blade, all that, the schmutz will be coming off of that blade, and it will look a whole lot shinier. Okay, I'm going to get to work. All right, we're fixing to go buff this handle, and I got them scratches out of the spine. We're going to go buff this handle and clean this knife up, and it'll be ready for a sheath. Okie dokie. One satin finish. See, that's my satin finish. When it's all said and done and cleaned up, that's what a satin finish looks like. I think I got some more wax on there. There's a streak of wax I got to rub off. Okay, so that's the handle. $165 with a really nice sheath. Probably do a fade on it, because it doesn't take me any extra time to do a little tooling and a fade. $165, $10 shipping, and just as sharp can be. And this is a using knife. I either gotta do a little more buffing or rub some more wax off here. Let's see. Yeah, that was wax. Still got some more. Come on, Brad. All right. Okay. I'm happy with that. That come out real nice. I gotta say, I like my BC special, but I really like making these sharpfingers. They are just a sexy knife. Alrighty, so let me know if you want it. bctruck@gmail.com. That is also my PayPal address. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this up now. No. I'll make a sheath, and then I'll show you the final product. Alright, it's finally sun up. Well, I went ahead and cut 3 more out. That's the last I can get out of my saw blade. I'm gonna have to put my last brand new saw blade on there, and I'll have to buy some more blades. But 4 of these I'm gonna set aside for a gentleman that wants 4 of them, but it's gonna be a while. I also got the wood for those 4 right here. So I'll have 2 ready to go. By the end of the day, I'll have them drilled and cleaned up. And but that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna go make the sheath, and when I make that sheath, I'm coming back in here, and I'm gonna figure out what is wrong with my table and why this thing keeps catching. So let me go make that sheath, and I'll show you what the sheath looks like when it's done. All right, that is chocolate brown. So there won't be a fade because it's just too dark to put a fade. But I gotta let that crappy do go. It's all I got right now. I've ordered the right stuff that you're supposed to use for leather. And a friend of mine, Chops, he talked about some dual 88 stuff. So I ordered a small can of that just to see if it's better than the Barge. And if it is, I'll use that. I'm always looking for something better. So, here's something. A friend of mine from Boston, Wicked Pissa, he had a good idea about my bevel grinding jig. You coming? Where'd you go? Okay. Hold on, let me sit. 1 second. We're getting there. He mentioned that this is a lot of surface area to be sliding back and forth across there, and it absolutely is. Why didn't I think of this? I just put a couple of strips of like G10, one back here, one back here. I don't need this whole thing sliding back and forth across there. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a couple strips of G10 about maybe 5/8 of an inch wide. And here's the G10. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to sand this up real good. I'm going to sand the G10. And I'm going to use epoxy, the stuff I use to glue the handles on. And I'll let it sit overnight. But in the meantime, I got to sand all the scratches out of the face of that table. So that's what I'm going to do this first. Then get the sand in, and by that time the glue will be dry on the sheath, and I'll make that sheath, and that will be ready for sale. All right, there's my G10, and I'm going to let them sit right there, one there and one back here. This front one I'm going to move in just a little bit, and the reason is on my last jig I had a Teflon base, and the sparks melted the front edge of it. So there we go again, sneezing. Good Lord, I don't know why I'm sneezing. So I'm going to move this in about 1/8 of an inch or so. So let me get my epoxy mixed up and get that on there, and then I'm going to clamp it. But after 20-30 minutes, I'm going to turn it over and then just set it on this, because I don't want it to, the clamps to have more pressure than the weight of just sitting on it. That way they're square and level all the way across. All right, that's the bottom of it facing up. We will see. I'm going to give that about 20 minutes to set up just a bit, and then I'm going to flip this over and lay it here and maybe put a little weight on it just to hold it all down, because I don't want these to be squeezed further than the middle, you know what I mean? So there we go. All right, I'm gonna go put some sandpaper on my little orbital sander, and I'm gonna sand that table down. So what do I call this? His swoopiness? Sir swoops a lot? Swooptastic? Swoopalicious. So these sanding discs on these are just for wood. They don't last but about 2 seconds on metal. So I cut some of my metal sanding. This is 220. I just use that as a pattern. I spray a little rubber cement on the back, and let me show you what I got over here. So let's just see. I'm gonna turn this on. Noise alert. oh, probably an hour. I'm going to get this just as smooth as a baby's butt, put a coat of wax on it, and I think I may go out and get some car wax, because the Johnson's paste wax, it just comes right off. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to get some car wax. It'll be a little bit more, it'll last a little longer. But before, I'm going to get this shiny and smooth. And then when I do that, I'm going to go sew that sheath. Okay. Things are working out. Seems like I got this shined up pretty good. Not quite as shiny as my bald head, but I got 90% of the scratches out. Now I'm going to run up to the garage and get some wax and put a nice heavy coat of wax on that. I'm just going to leave the wax in here because I probably have to put a coat regularly on this to keep it from rusting. So let me get the wax, get that on here, and then I'm going to go sew that sheath. All right, this one is finished. It's dark chocolate brown. You can't tell, but I got a little black band around the edge of it. Just outside the thread, basically. And up there by the handle. What a nice day in the shop. I got a lot done. Okay, this is a using knife. It's satin finished. The 165, if you want it, contact me at bctruck@gmail.com. I'm going to go back to the shop. I'm going to them last 3 swoopy swoop sharp fingers that I cut out. I'm going to clean them up and drill handle pin holes, and that's going to be it for me today. And had a nice day. Have a good Sunday, y'all. All right, I have got 3 more cut out, shaped, cleaned up, drilled, and so these 4 I'm just gonna set to the side for Roger Eden. I do want to check with him to make sure that he still wants 4, and so I will have 2 that I'll be happy to make for you. I've got this one for sale. Oh yeah, I think I already showed you that, but we'll see tomorrow if that works or not. And I didn't show you the final picture of the knife. This is the knife out of the sheath, and that is my satin finish. I love making knives. I just love it. I like making sheaths. I never thought I would like leather work as much as I like leather work, and I really do. I like making sheaths as much as I like making the knives. Okay, now, have a great Sunday, all. I may just take Sunday off, or I may come out here and just see if that bevel grinding jig is going to work, because I really, before I grind bevels, I got to fix whatever's wrong there. So we'll see tomorrow. Have a good Sunday.